Hi everybody, welcome back. I don't even know where to start. This story is crazy. I just saw it on my FYP of this lady who went out. She didn't necessarily say it was a date, but she said she went out with a coworker. She ended up with a broken jaw, and this coworker is not telling her the truth. So I'm going to get into, I'm going to introduce her in the beginning. Then this lady who summarizes the story, because she has a 3-part story so far, and I don't want the video to be too long. So I'm going to insert, she will be the first lady. If you want, you can go on her TikTok page and watch the 3-part story. At this point in time, she has 3 parts story time that she has on her page. So let's get into it.
Here is my story on how I broke my jaw. I woke up to a broken jaw on May 18th after a night out drinking with a male coworker.
So the story goes like this. Young woman and male coworker go out for drinks. They go to a bar where her friend works at, but the bar was pretty dead. So her friend, and the male coworker decide to go to the club. She says they were drinking before they got to the club. When she got to the club, male coworker ordered 2 shots each and a tequila soda. She says she has never been blacked out before. She usually knows her limits, and she also doesn't do any rugs. But she says this particular night, everything and everyone felt really out of place. It just felt really weird to her. She says after she had those 2 shots and the drink at the club, she doesn't remember anything. She completely blacked out, no recollection. The next time she has a memory of anything is the next morning when she wakes up and she sees that she has a text from her male coworker. The text that he wrote was he tried to help her as much as he could, that she fell down some stairs. He removed her clothes, tried to give her a shower, but she didn't want to go to shower, so he just put her to bed. She also urinated on herself, and he asked her to call him in the morning when she woke up. So when the girl wakes up the next day and she sees these text messages, she said that she had no pain in her mouth. She said when she saw the text message from her male coworker, she actually apologized because she was a bit embarrassed that she was that drunk. And then after she sends the text apologizing to her male coworker, she goes back to sleep. It isn't until a few hours later she wakes back up to go to the bathroom to go and brush her teeth. As she's brushing her teeth, that is when she notices that her jaw is completely damaged. Her teeth are missing. She says surprisingly, she wasn't completely shocked. She ended up just texting her best friend and basically telling her friend what she's looking at in the mirror. Her friend asked her to send a text with her face. She does. The friend called her and she's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. She says when she walks into her bedroom, that is when she sees the complete chaos that's in her room. There is everywhere on the walls, on her carpet. She says it almost looks as if it is a scene out of a documentary. Basically, I don't want to use the word, but one of those scenes. She does have Ring camera, and she says when she looks at the Ring camera, they came home around 2:45 a.m., just her and him. She says she was stumbling around, that she was completely obliterated in the Ring cam footage. They get in around 2:45, but then around 2:53, he leaves the house. He leaves the apartment, grabs something from his car. She says she can't really tell exactly what it is, but it looks like a small object, and then he goes back into the house, and he doesn't leave again until around 4 a.m. She says now when people are asking the coworker what the heck happened, he refuses to tell anybody what happened. Now, she says initially when they were talking about the situation, she blamed herself, just saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was drinking so much. But now as time has gone on, people at him and wonder what the heck happened. Why is her jaw broken? Why did he basically just leave her? Why didn't he take her to the hospital? Why didn't he call a friend? Why didn't he call her parents? Like, why did this person just leave her out and basically just clean her up and left? And these are my thoughts on this. I hope she takes this to court and she really, really pursues him and through the legal system, because the fact that she now has to go and basically restructure her face and get teeth, that's going to be costly. The fact that she mentioned, oh, I felt weird, everything felt weird, that's not just regular alcohol, if y'all catch my drift. And the fact that he doesn't want to talk about that night, take him to court. Y'all seen the video of the young woman who came on?
Yeah. This is one of the craziest stories I've heard so far. Just like yesterday's story. This one is also another one. So this guy is refusing to tell her what happened. There was a window between 2 and 4 where he was in the house with her, and in a part of the story where she was saying that the guy left, went into his car, came back around 2 something on her Ring camera, and he was there in the house with her from that time till 4 something when he left, right? And between that time, he didn't tell her what happened. All he said was that she fell down the stairs or something like that. He helped her clean up because she, peed herself or something like that, and helped her or tried to help her get into a room. At this point, this man, he needs to be, somewhere being questioned about what happened, because something definitely happened and he's not telling the truth. How did you end up with a broken jaw? How? How is that even possible? You just went out with somebody. You all of a sudden started feeling weird. You can't remember what happened on that day. He's telling you what happened and he's not telling you everything, and you keep asking and he's not telling you everything. Oh my God. Every single day again. Every single day. Every single day. I don't even go looking this time around. There's plenty stories. Plenty. And I don't think it's going to end or change anytime soon. Because what is wrong with going out with your coworker? But what this looks like to me is that he's been planning this for a few weeks. He's planned everything out. I don't know. He's set his eyes on her, planned it out, went ahead with the plan, and it's looking at this point in time that he succeeded with whatever he wanted to do. Yeah, I hope he's caught. Somebody mentioned in one of the comments that he put her in water, so that means there's no evidence of anything. So he cleaned her up essentially. Okay, and somebody was even saying that he probably tried to unalive her, and I won't put it past him. Maybe he didn't think that she was going to wake up, right? And she did. Okay, maybe. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. I don't know. So many things are running through my head and I could be wrong, but there's a missing part in the story. There's a lot of holes in the story and it's not making sense. And I hope she gets the justice that she deserves.
She had went out to a bar with her male coworker. She said they were drinking on the way there, but not that much. And whenever they got there, he said, "I'm gonna go get us some shots." She took the shot and didn't remember nothing after that. Immediately, he did something to that drink. I have no doubts about that. Then she wakes up in her bed, go to the bathroom to brush her teeth, realizes her tooth is missing, one tooth is chipped, her jaw is hanging. She's texting the guy, freaking out, what happened? And he refused to tell her or anybody anything of what happened that night. But she has some ring camera footage. He came in and out at 2:45 or something, and he didn't leave until 4:00 in the morning. He took her out of her clothes, put her in her robe, took her makeup off, I don't know. And I'm just I feel like he did something to her, the R word. Her boyfriend takes her to the hospital and they asked her if she wanted to do, the kit. And she was like, no. And they took a lot of blood from her and didn't test for any of those type of, I can't speak freely, drugs, you know what I'm trying to say. They didn't test her for those type of things to see did he put something in her system. And I don't think they did the kid either. But she filed a police report and that's all I know for now. She posted part 3 already, but oh my God, I could barely watch it. I could barely listen to it because it was that bad. So she said that he texted her saying that she fell down the stairs, she peed her pants, and he brought her home, took care of her, put her in the bed, and just left her there. But she was like, I could have died because she was bleeding so much. But he did that. I have no doubts. Otherwise, why wouldn't you bring her to a hospital? Why wouldn't you alert anybody? She said she had roommates and he didn't tell anybody anything. Enough for that girl to go pass away.
So you telling me you went out with a mother from work, woke up with your jaw broke, blood everywhere. You texting a mother, calling. This ain't really responding on ASAP time. You feel me? You see a whole bunch of blood. You in a robe now. You not in the clothes you had on. This is your first time going out with a male coworker. Girl, first, I need you to go check out your body. Check out your body, first of all. Because that man either got you real drunk or you couldn't handle your liquor, which I doubt. Well, I ain't gonna say I doubt because I don't know your liquor limit, but he either got you drunk or he put something in your drink which made you was a little woozy, but still not completely out. So he, boom, knocked your ass out. Gave you a little bit more strength than he expected, possibly. Broke your jaw. Went in your purse. Got your keys, your ID, your keys. Took you home. Probably did all type of shit, G. Oh my God, I feel so bad that happened to you. But never again. Don't do that shit, never. I know you won't, because this experience gotta be crazy for you. I'm so sad that happened to you. But yeah, back to the story. So, took your keys, your ID, your keys, found out where you lived at, took you to the crib. From 2 to 4, you see him on the ring camera. You see him go out and then come back in. From 2 to 4, we don't know what he was doing to you. We don't know. But we know you ended up in a robe and out of your clothes. Then the fuck give you an excuse. Oh, I was changing your clothes. You was doing all that, but you didn't clean up the mother blood in my house. You didn't clean up how did I get blood all over my house? Like you swinging me around like a mother rag dog or something around this bitch. Then you don't stay until I wake up. That's even more suspicious. What were you doing to her from 2 to 4? I got questions for this nigga. I need this nigga to come on my mother timeline because I got questions. That's mad crazy. Oh, such a beautiful girl.
4 a.m. where he's walking out with his bloody t-shirt. And then he leaves.
If you haven't already, please go look at her first story time on this situation. It is pinned on her page. Just like her, I was at a party and I was blacked out drunk, my first ever party, and never again did I ever get blacked out drunk again. Now my situation is way different than hers. Nothing of the sort, God forbid, anything like that ever happens to me or any of you looking at this video right now. But I just wanted to come on here because the person she had went out with that night is withholding information from her and will not give up information on what happened leading up to her having her jaw broke. Not only did he leave her alone with serious trauma to her head where she could pass away in her sleep, but he did not take her to the hospital, and he possibly could have slipped something in her drink at the bar before coming home to her house. Not only that, he did go to his car, and it's on her ring camera, and come back into the house with something. And during that time, had to have happened where she broke her jaw, and he is withholding information. Now, I know we're all young and we like to have fun and turn up outside, but you have to be on your P's and Q's because you never know when somebody wants to harm you. I just don't understand why he's withholding information from her if he didn't do anything wrong. If anything, that makes him look so guilty. I hope she gets justice.
And this is why a lot of women are not friendly with men. It doesn't matter where it is. If it's at work, at the grocery store. I saw this guy I was going to make a video on that. I'll finish editing and doing that. Maybe I'll post it later today or tomorrow. And this guy was talking about, he's been out for a while and now he goes into the shops and no woman wants to talk to him. And I'm like, why do you expect women to be talking to you? You know, because a simple hi could end up somewhere else. You know, a simple hi could end you up having a stalker. This is crazy. This is crazy. These things are happening and they don't want anybody to talk about it. Don't trust them. I'm sorry. Even the nicest guys, even the ones that look like, oh, they'll take care of you, they are harmless, and so on and so forth. All it takes is an opportunity. Most of these guys, they haven't got the opportunity to do what they want to do. But when given the opportunity and they can get away with it, they will take it. I'm telling you, they will take it. Okay? Whether he's the nicest guy, you trust him, he seems like the safest guy. Don't trust them. Oh. Don't trust them. Never trust them because you never know what they are planning. I always say this and I always say, most of them, they are calculated. There's a word I'm looking for that I can't find, but they always plan ahead of you. They are always thinking ahead of you. Okay. So while you are there thinking, oh, this guy is a nice guy, he's friendly, you know, he's kind and so on and so forth. He already has thought about whatever he wants to do with you or to you, and you may not be aware of it. Okay, so don't let them fool you with the niceness, with, oh, I'm the nice guy, oh, he's always smiley and so on and so forth. You don't know what he's planning. He probably has thought about it for days, for weeks. He's planned it, got whatever he wanted to get to put in your drink and so on and so forth. He planned it out. And at this point in time, it's looking like he's getting away with it. I don't know how, because since someone said in the comments, I think I've mentioned it before, that he dressed her up, washed her up. So whatever he did, I don't know how they are going to find something. I don't know how they are going to find something. This is how a lot of women end up being unalived. You know, end up being unalived, and there's no witness, there's no evidence, there's nothing. And he can easily lie, oh, I just brought her home and I went back. This is so sad, but ladies, be careful out there. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be vigilant. So open your eyes, because with everything that is going on, as a lot of women are not wanting to deal with men, a lot of men are taking their frustrations out on women. Okay, I think a few days ago I posted this video. I don't know what I titled it, but this lady said she went into a shop to get something. This guy there was so angry with her because he has to pay for, you know, smacks or something like that, and he's so pissed. And that's what is going on. There's so many of these guys who don't have access to women or can't get access to women, and they don't mind taking their frustrations on you. So be very, 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 very careful. Be very careful out there when you're dealing with them. All right. This is so sad. I hope she gets, and pray she gets, the justice she deserves. And that's all I can say about it. You can go and watch her 3-part story. I don't know if that's the end of it or if she's going to bring more. But hey, I'm going to leave it here. A word to the wise, like I always say, is always enough. But you leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments, and I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.